turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Denver Broncos and the Buffalo Bills. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Forward for about 3 at second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run got in 7. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. They're going to look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And here's Hofrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 38. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Hey, go, Mike 40, Mike 40. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Hey, who we got? 40 for Mike. 40 for Mike. Coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go. Here we go.
Play action. Now it's Allen. That's caught. It's Tutu Atwell. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big gain there for the Bills.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Here's Dobbins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Baron Browning, the one who brought him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Allen. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll run with Dobbins. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Dobbins once more. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. J.K. Dobbins taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bills will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. The big fella. He's at the 50, the 40, the 30, the 20, 10, 5, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On play action, they'll throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Javon Kinlaw, the big D tackle there to bring him down. Second and 10.
Check. 43 is the mic. No doubt on this defense, no doubt.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And his throw is incomplete. This defense for the Broncos, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check. 43. Hey, check.
Throwing is Allen on third. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Yetur Gross-Matos able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be fourth down. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And returning it, here's Hamler. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Good running right there, and this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Allen to throw it. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And they can't bring him down. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And again, it's Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this in the red zone all the way inside Denver's 15. A big play here for Buffalo. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive. And these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills will add on to their lead. This time the extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. K.J. Hamler returning it. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And he's taken in by the tight end Fant. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So a nice throw right there. And this, we all know, a big test for this young man at quarterback. He guided his team into the playoffs as a wild card. And now here he is on the road looking to get his guys to the 2nd round. It's certainly a tough task no matter how you slice it.
Oh, I absolutely agree 100%. And while no one around the franchise is going to, co-sign on what I'm about to say, because all they're focused on is winning this game. But let's face it, partner, no matter what happens in this one, they've got their quarterback to build their roster around for the future. That's got to feel good for everyone associated with this team.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get, so he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
The Broncos on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They can use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 30.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Noah Fant. 30 yards, and the Broncos draw a bit closer. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And the lead is down to 4. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Looking into the snowflakes, and he muffs it. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the 1st half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Dobbins trying the left side. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
I'm here all day. Check, check. 40's mine. 40's the mine. 40's the mine. Check pass, check pass. 40's the mine. Squeeze. Check, 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 check.
To throw, it's Allen. He's going to let this one go deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This offense, thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially to skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll set up to throw. He's got his tight end Fant. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Edwards. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, they go to Edwards. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Now a handoff, Edwards, and they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Boswell's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as it brings us to the end of the first half. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Another try after the first down sack. Allen. And he's got his man in stride, complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
They'll try and throw for it. Back of the end zone. Can he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
24 is the mic. Watch the curl. 24.
Now Allen to try again after the pick 6. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Well, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Allen off the play fake. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
24 is the mic. What we got? What we got? What we got?
Throwing now is Allen. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's 2nd and 8. This is the tight end Fant.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll set up a throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Gregory Rousseau in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Courtland Sutton, 65 yards. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they have.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Baron Browning gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Second and 20.
He's coming. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, let's switch the mic right now.
Another try after the first down sack. Allen. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And the return man will shuffle through the white stuff, secure the fair catch with both hands. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the...
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown! KJ Hamler, 53 yards. And the Broncos continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will make this a 19-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again. Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run. So I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 41 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's a give to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a carry for Dobbins. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll run. It's Dobbins. He will push his way down to about the 14. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, They've got to pay it off with some points.
The Bills on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. On third, here's an option play right. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
The kick by Bass is good. And that'll get the deficit back to 16. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Again, it's Edwards. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 3rd down, here's Edwards. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. And some room to maneuver. And he will finally be tracked down at the Bills' 23-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.